U.S. college admissions scam toolkit, bribes, fake profiles, and playing stupid. U.S. News. The guac. 33 parents were charged with fraud after paying tens of thousands of dollars to get their children into elite schools. 33 parents were charged with fraud after paying tens of thousands of dollars to get their children into elite schools. The years-long $25M scheme to pump the children of dozens of wealthy Americans into elite schools, revealed on Tuesday, alternated between the elaborate and the almost comically basic. Beginning in 2011, William Rick Singer, who the FBI has charged with racketeering, would variously Photoshop the faces of non-athletic, but wealthy, students onto the heads of actual athletes he had found on the internet, and have the director of a private college preparatory school stand in for other students in SAT tests. In one case, Singer told a parent that his daughter should be stupid when she was evaluated by a psychologist in order to get extra time in her exams, and presented one boy as an elite high school pole vaulter. The boys' school had. Singer is expected to plead guilty on Tuesday to charges including racketeering, money laundering, and obstruction of justice, but it is the parents named in the long-running scam who have attracted much of the attention. 33 parents, including Hollywood actors Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin, were charged with fraud after paying tens of thousands of dollars to get their children into some of the best schools in the country, including Yale, Stanford, and the University of Southern. That makes it clear they knew what they were paying for. Loughlin and her husband, clothing designer Massimo Giannulli, paid $500,000, according to the filing, to have their two daughters designated as recruits to the University of Southern California crew, or rowing, team, despite the fact they were not rowers. To aid the ruse, Giannulli and Loughlin sent Singer a photograph of one of their daughters on an indoor rowing machine. Singer then presented. It was a technique Singer would use over and over, allegedly bribing college sports coaches to overlook the students' lack of athletic ability to help his scheme. In one case, Elizabeth Kimmel, who is listed as owning a media company, allegedly paid for her son to be presented as an elite high school pole vaulter using a photograph of a different individual, apparently pulled from the internet. Singer used according to the lawsuit, the high school attended by Kimmel's son has no record that he ever participated in pole vaulting or track and field. Other children were presented as national-level tennis players, or excellent soccer players. Singer put together, "I am gonna make him a kicker," Singer told William McGlashan, an executive at a global private equity firm. He was talking about. Singer said he would use Photoshop and stuff to create a fake athletics profile for the son, who was not a football kicker. "He does have really strong legs," McGlashan replied. The forging of athletic heroism was just one tool in Singer's kit. He offered a second, more complicated service where children's grades would be artificially inflated. According to the court, this would allow the students extended time to take their exams, and allow them to sit the exams at an individualized setting. Singer would then arrange for the children to take their exams at one of two exam centers where he had bribed test administrators. At the center, in the transcription of a phone call presented by the FBI, Singer is seen advising Gordon Kaplan, a Connecticut-based attorney, on how to get the extended time needed for the ruse to work. Singer told Cap, "The goal is to be slow, to be not as bright, all that," Singer said. Apparently the daughter wasn't slow enough. According to the transcript of the Kaplan-Singer call demonstrates how specific parents were when requesting certain exam scores. Kaplan told "The score we're hoping for her we're really hoping for, is a 32, Kaplan told Singer in December last year, after agreeing to pay $75,000. "I think that's fine," Singer said. In Huffman's case, she and her husband paid $15,000 for their oldest daughter to take part in the scheme. Huffman's daughter. As recently as February 13, 2019, Huffman was still in negotiations with Singer about her younger daughter potentially taking part in the cheating scheme in May. The FBI said
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,